given the lack of attention by the rest of the national media to the systematic violence against Hindus in Bengal. For Hindus are really facing torture, trauma, and continuous incarceration in Bengal. Given all of this, Kolkata seems light years away from Lutyens to me. And given the absolute disregard for Hindu lives, because Hindu lives matter too, but not for Mamata Banerjee and her corrupt government, Murshidabad and Malda seem light years away from Nabanno, where she has her office in Kolkata. But I believe, and I've always believed, that pictures tell the story. And there are some frightening pictures from Malda and Murshidabad, Hindu families coming out of boats after fleeing Muslim majority Murshidabad in Bengal. These Hindus who are being forced to flee have faced so much torture in the hands of radicalized Muslims in Murshidabad that they have given up everything they had. And like another visual that also from Murshidabad shows, and there are two visual references I'm referring to. One is a sequence of families leaving in fright in the middle of the night. You see women holding small packets of rice in their hand, and that is all they have. That is all they have left. And then there is another visual of women holding small children in their hand. And then there are other visuals we have as well. From early in the morning, where on the banks of the river there are Hindu men with their wives and children, Hindu families, walking out towards the riverfront, attempting to simply survive, to simply live. But the pseudo-secular media in Delhi will not talk about it, and Mamata Banerjee does not care one bit. For Mamata Banerjee only wants the Muslim vote, the Muslim vote, the Muslim vote. And that's why her right-hand man, Firhad Hakim, says that all these things that I'm talking to you tonight about, the concerns of Hindus, are not really valid. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to this.
ऐसा कोई बात नहीं है, यहाँ पर ऐसा कोई परिस्थिति नहीं है। बंगाल से बंगाल में ही जा रहे हैं, तो बंगाल सुरक्षित है बोल के देख जाएगा, सारी जगह जा रहे हैं, सब ठीक है।
And I want to ask Firhad Hakim that Firhad, and listen to me, Bobby Hakim, if you had to leave your house with your family, with everything you had, I know you have a lot, but if you had to leave everything behind because you felt you and your family would not be physically safe, if you had to leave one part of Bengal and go to another simply to live, and if I were to say, what's the matter? Bobby Hakim has gone from one part of Bengal to the other, how would you have felt? Ladies and gentlemen, the fact is, the reality is that the wounds of Murshidabad are too raw and they will not heal easily. In fact, they will never heal till Mamata Banerjee is in power in Bengal. People here are questioning her intent, and the BJP claims that her intent is under suspicion. Watch this.
এত যে অশ্লীল কথা বলছেন একটা ধর্মের নামে, এত কুৎসা করছেন, একটা অপপ্রচার করছেন, একদিন তারা যদি একটা আন্দোলনের ডাক দেয়, আপনি নিজেকে সামলে রাখতে পারবেন তো?
Look at her tone. She's mocking Hindus. She's mocking Hindus, saying, will you be able to handle yourself if the Muslim community turns against you? Ladies and gentlemen, the reality also is this, that the center is doing precious little, at least so far. The center must realize that the agent provocateur, the problem here, the person provoking is Mamata Banerjee herself, who allows her party leader and Minister Siddiqullah Chaudhary to openly threaten to capture the districts first and then the capital of Bengal. Listen to this.
আমরা কলকাতাকে যদি বলতাম জ্যাম করব তো 50টা জায়গায় 2000 করে বসে যেতাম, সেটা এখন হয়নি, পরে কিন্তু হবে। বলে করব, বলে প্রথমে জেলাকে একটু টাইট করি, তারপরে কলকাতার 50টি জায়গায় 10,000 হলে কত লাগবে? বাস এরা আসবে কলকাতায় বসে চিড়ে গুড় পানি বাতাসা মুড়ি খাবে আর একটু বসবে, কিচ্ছু করতে হবে না। তো দেখবেন টনকটা কেমন নড়ে।
You know, the most worrying thing out there, viewers, is that Siddiqullah Chaudhary says, Bole Korbo. Bole Korbo means in Bengali, let me translate it. He said, I will tighten the districts, then I will tighten Kolkata. I will take over Kolkata with groups of 2,000 men, 50 group seats, 1 lakh people. I will take over Kolkata. And then he says, Bole Korbo, which means I will inform and do it, which means he is saying that I will tell Mamata Banerjee and do it, which means he has Mamata Banerjee's permission to threaten the people of Bengal. Now, both in Sandeshkhali and in Murshidabad, rape, ladies and gentlemen, and sexual slavery, these have become political techniques. They are being used as political weapons. And I want to ask, has the pseudo-secular media become so one-sided and so anti-Hindu? Has the pseudo-secular Lutyens media become so anti-Hindu that even these accounts don't matter?
তোমাদের ইজ্জত আমাদেরকে দিয়ে দাও, তোমাদের স্বামীদেরকে বাঁচতে দিব, তোমাদের স্বামীদেরকে রক্ষা করতে বলছে যে তোমাদের ইজ্জত আমাদেরকে দিয়ে দাও, তোমাদের স্বামী সন্তানকে রক্ষা করব। আমরা নিজের ইজ্জত আমাদের স্বামী সন্তানকে দিব না, ওনাদেরকে দিব, ওনাদের হাতে সঁপে দিব। এইগুলো আমাদের পরিস্থিতি।
বলছে নিজের ইজ্জত দাও আর নিজের স্বামী ছেলেকে বাঁচাও।
সব লুট করে নিয়েছে, ওরা লুট করতে এসেছে, ওরা ঝগড়া করতে আসেনি, ওরা লুট করতে এসেছে। আমরা কি করে বাঁচবো? বলছে প্রত্যেক শুক্রবার এমনি করে আসবে, প্রত্যেক শুক্রবার আসবো, এরা চলে যাবে, চলে যাবে, আতঙ্কিত মানে বাস করতে পারছি না।
And the situation is so bad for Hindus in Bengal that these accounts are of people who are saying that they are being told that every Friday these mobs will come and terrorize them. So in Bengal today, it is the politics of terror. Imagine how bad things will become if the center does not act strongly and immediately. And if you have any doubts at all that this will be limited to Bengal, then watch this Muslim leader get away. I think his name is Pirzada Kamruzaman, get away with such a comment.
পশ্চিম বাংলার যে ওয়াকফ সম্পত্তির তালিকা তা খুলে দেখুন, কলকাতার রাজভবন ওয়াকফ সম্পত্তি, ইডেন গার্ডেন ওয়াকফ সম্পত্তি, হাইকোর্টের জায়গা ওয়াকফ সম্পত্তি, এমনকি ব্রিগেড ময়দান সেটা ওয়াকফ সম্পত্তি।
So ladies and gentlemen, they are saying everything is Waqf land and everything will be taken away. Then where will Hindus live in Bengal? Does Mamata Banerjee, who always says 33% of the state is Muslim, I think the percentage is more, she's so concerned about 33%. Does she care about the 65% Hindu community at all? Even as I bring you this broadcast, Hindus are leaving Muslim majority areas in Bengal. This is a reality. Wake up, ladies and gentlemen. This is an exodus, a Hindu exodus similar to that of the Kashmiri Pandits which has begun in Bengal. And the people across the country must see once again these pictures I will play on your screen, which are no different to that of the partition of India in 1947. No different. Some people say, no, Hindus cannot be tortured forever in Bengal. Someday they will respond, someday they will consolidate. But as of now, even with that prospect, Mamata Banerjee doesn't seem to care. I would once again like to conclude, as of now, by repeating one point. She has not spoken one word to assure Hindus. You have Hindus who are refugees in Bengal. The Chief Minister has not said one word for them because she thinks by speaking about the torture of Hindus, she will lose the Muslim vote. And only one network will speak the truth. Remember this, viewers, the corporate media, Lutyens media, pseudo-secular media is going to be quiet, pretending it does not matter. They will cover IPL. But even now, she has not spoken one word to even assure people that her government is not blind towards Hindus. Not one word. That tells you everything.